Have you had that moment that you knew was going to change you for the rest of your life and take you on a completely different course than you had thought you were going to be on? Hi, I'm Stephanie Comboy, and my password is oranges. I had that moment when I met two brothers while I was working at a daycare center. That moment led me to changing career paths, to meeting my husband, to having my daughters. I realized recently that my work locker is much like a person's tattoos on their body. Each article in there is a memory and has a story to tell. And I would like to introduce you to my work locker. My work locker holds the picture of those two brothers and myself. Those two brothers and I had a bond that summer where I learned the stories of their horrific abuse. And I also learned of how a 9-year-old child can find healing and forgiveness by the simple words of, "I'm sorry." In that moment, I knew I didn't want to just teach English or be a social worker where all I could do was report the abuse. I wanted to take on the fight for the underdog and go after bad guys, find justice, and put them in jail for people that harmed others. That led me to turning blue and going into law enforcement. In law enforcement, I have been able to be a school resource officer, a juvenile officer, and work investigations. I have met many wonderful, brave people. This career also led me to meeting my husband. We worked for the same department. If I didn't have my husband, I wouldn't have my two beautiful, crazy sometimes little girls. This locker can tell a million stories. My uniforms alone are old and worn from snow and rain and cold from directing traffic. My pants are torn in a foot pursuit. My gun belt has had extra holes drilled in it from when I was pregnant and still on the street so it could accommodate a growing belly. They've had coffee spilled on them on midnights and plenty of food dribbled down the top of my vest. But this locker also holds the stories of the people I have been blessed enough to help. These people were victims, and I say victims that way because I don't say victims for long. They are survivors, and I have been lucky in this job to meet some of the bravest people I will ever know. And this locker tells their tales. Thank you.